If there is one thing that motivates billionaires to buy their own luxurious private jets, it must be the amount of time spent at the customs in airports while awaiting clearance. Boarding a commercial flight means all the booked passengers have to be frisked together with their luggage. This annoying process has proved to be seriously productive, thanks to some weird or dangerous things that have been coughed out of people's luggage at various airports across the world. If you've watched the movie Con Air or Air Force One, you'd probably understand why it is crucial to board a flight with kind-hearted passengers. I mean, anyone or anything putting your life in danger while cruising 35,000 feet above the ground is kind of not cool. Today in this video, we will show you 10 of the craziest things found in customs. But before we begin, click on the subscribe button for more of such content and turn on the notification button for timely content updates. Let's get it on. Human skeleton. Authorities at Munich Airport in Germany detained a 74-year-old Armenian woman in early 2020 after human bones were found in her luggage. After being interrogated by the police, it came to light that the bones belonged to the woman's husband, who died back in 2008. She flew from her home in Greece and was planning to bury the remains in their native Armenia. Lucky for her, the federal authorities determined that the transfer of human remains is lawful. The mother and the daughter would later be permitted to continue on their journey, taking the dried bones with them. Would we say that flight had an additional head count? Not so sure about that, but damn, that's creepy. Tarantulas. In 2012, officials at Amsterdam Schiphol Airport discovered an astonishing 200 tarantulas stashed in a couple's suitcase. Funnily enough, the spiders weren't traveling alone. They were accompanied by other strange assortments of insects, including grasshoppers, bugs, crickets, and millipedes. The suspected couple were traveling from Peru. The poisonous tarantulas were being smuggled by a German couple through Europe's fourth busiest airport. Schiphol Airport sees 120,000 to 140,000 passengers pass through its corridors daily. You can imagine the kind of contraband they get to confiscate in a year. If I were you, I'd be careful with whoever hangs around my green garden. Human eyeballs. Isolated body parts are synonymous in movies starring mean and heartless serial killers. But surprisingly, there are people in this world with the audacity to walk around carrying human eyeballs. And in this case, we are not talking about 1 or 2 eyeballs, but a shocking 10 human eyeballs. The bizarre collectibles were found packed in a jar filled with jam. The contraband was seized by customs officers at the Stansted Airport in London in 2007. Only sketchy details emerged about the alleged smuggler, but one thing is for sure, it takes some balls to walk around with 5 pairs of eyeballs. A seal's head. Professors and nerds are known to possess some weird personalities, and one biology professor seems to put this argument to bed after being found in possession of a seal's head. It leaves one to wonder, why on earth would someone snap life out of the calm, water-loving mammal? In 2004, a biology professor was apprehended at Boston's Logan Airport with the animal's head. His explanation was somehow dumbfounding. He claims to have come across the dead animal and wanted to use it for educational research. Federal wildlife laws make it illegal to remove the dead animal's part. A tiger cub. In August 2010, a 2-month-old tiger cub was found in a piece of luggage at Bangkok Airport. A woman was later arrested for her mischievous crime of trying to sneak the young carnivore without proper documentation. To try and limit the animal's movements, she sedated the cub and stuffed him among toy tigers. Live eels. Gilbert Koo, a seafood salesman, was arrested on the 23rd of February 2017 after being found smuggling 200 kilograms of live eels at London's Heathrow Airport. 67-year-old Gilbert was planning to smuggle the eels from London to Hong Kong, and it was reported he had made a habit out of this unlawful practice. He hid the eels underneath chilled fish. This was just one of the total 53 million euros worth of contraband he had smuggled over the years. He was found guilty of 3 counts and bagged himself a 2-year jail sentence. The eels, which are reported to be an endangered species, cost about 150 pounds per kilogram if sold legitimately within the European Union markets. The poor guy was also instructed to do 240 hours of unpaid work for the community once he completes his jail term. I'd say that is kind of insensitive, but again, this guy is a smuggler. He deserves every inch of his punishment. A cooked pig's head. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you like your pork fried? If your answer is anywhere between 7 and above, then this is your guy. This time, a whole cooked head of a pig stuffed in a suitcase. How crazy is that? Much like many other countries, the United States has strict laws about meat products entering their country, and pork is banned explicitly due to the risk of spreading diseases. This rare chunk of delicacy belonged to a passenger traveling from Ecuador. Maybe he was attending a barbecue party. Sad he had to leave his meal behind. Live pigeons. This Australian man who decided his pants were the safe place to hide 2 live pigeons, at least until he passed through airport security. Firstly, the customs officers found 2 eggs packed in a vitamin container in his luggage. This rose suspicion, and they decided to do a thorough search on him. What they found? 2 live pigeons wrapped in padded envelopes and secured to each of the man's legs with a pair of tights. They also seized seeds in his money belt and an undeclared eggplant. The bird smuggler had just landed from Dubai in February 2009. 2 pigeons? Really? Egyptian artifacts. 47-year-old Ashraf Omar is facing a maximum sentence of 20 years in jail for illegally owning 590 Egyptian relics that are nearly 4,000 years old. Omar thought he had everything covered by stuffing the collectibles in a dirty suitcase. He probably thought the dirt would deter the custom officials from digging deeper in his illegal luggage. Unfortunately for him, 20 years jail term was passed in July 2020, meaning he will walk out of prison in 2047. Do you know by that time, Elon Musk's SpaceX will be in full control of planet Mars? Sorry, Omar, you'll miss all that. A cow's brain. Well, this is yuck. It is a delicacy for the financially stable people in the land of the pharaoh. In 2012, 3 men were caught attempting to smuggle 200 kilograms of cow's brains into Cairo. They were found at Cairo International Airport. The 3 men had left neighboring Sudan with the goods and were hoping to sell them at 6 times the price they spent buying them. How many cows do you require dead to harvest 200 kilograms of their brain? Clearly, wonders are not ceasing anytime soon. Did you enjoy our video? Which contraband surprised you the most? Well, if you enjoyed our video, be sure to click on that subscribe button for more of such content. Give us a like and share the video. If you have heard or seen other insane finds at the customs, let us know by leaving a comment on the comment section below.